father said to me that I had the responsibility to change Africa.
PanAfrican lifestyle.
Welcome to Pan-African Lifestyle, where we rep the motherland. We post content regularly and invite you to subscribe and share. If you're a pal, that's a Pan-African lifestyler.
Basically, we're sort of celebrating the power of what it is to be an African. What are we going to make of Africa over the next 50 years? And along the way, we want to also communicate a different message about what Africa represents. The creative ability is here, the vision is here, but there's a certain lack of confidence or working together. It's all based around infrastructure. So, and I foresee that really starting now. You know, I see with the next 10, 15 years, a huge explosion in infrastructure and in urban development. This is without question. Along that, you're going to see an explosion of wealth. Issue is the environments have not been created, which I'm very actively in trying to create the right platform for that. There's more wealth, there's more markets opening up, there's development, so that footprint is expanding. I experienced something where I thought, are you kidding? I'm still experiencing this now? You know, I've been given a lot of honors and accolades, and I was thinking, what do I have to do for that dynamic to shift? And so I think the answer is you can no longer worry about it shifting. You just got to live. I'm feeling very much excited about the future and the potential of it. It's all possible if you believe in it. So that's why there's no fear in me of this 20, 30 years in Africa, because I see it. There's kind of a whole need for remarketing of the brand Africa. I mean, it's steps, right? So first step is, well, let's just let everyone know that it's rich. We dispel the myth of poverty. There's all types of poverty, but the poverty that, it's a rich continent and we need to just reestablish that. We've got issues there, but there's issues everywhere. The next step would be to somehow, once you've created the value, give the opportunity, once the value has been created, to borrow against that value. Now, everywhere around the world, it works like that. In fact, when it works around the world is if you've got an asset, you can almost borrow 3-4 times what it's worth. Africa is what I have to do. It's not done, and it needs to get done. So that is, of all, for me, Africa, and what I'm doing there, it's all about we have to change this, because it's a problem, and it's not just a problem for Africa, for the world actually. Because if we get it right in Africa, we all around the world, we all win. The perception of Africa is it's poor, basically not very big prospects for a future. So no, I know that's not the case. So I've been someone who's been very passionate about the perception of Africa and wanting to be very much involved in the change of that perception, because it's kind of instilled in the culture of anyone from the African diaspora to do something back home. That's why they always send money back home. They would like to also share in the future of African development. I'm saying now, if they're going to send it back home, why shouldn't they also get an opportunity to get a return and help in the development of the continent? And it's also about involving Africans in the development of the continent. I think that's crucial. As far back as I can remember, my father told me that every African has an obligation to build a better Africa. He would tell me of our great history and our great people. A river of promise cast on a river of time. My father said to me that I had the responsibility to change Africa. I want to celebrate our continent with high-speed railways, clean water, power, and homes for all.
Thanks for tuning into Pan-African Lifestyle. Share your thoughts in the comments section and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Pan-African Lifestyle to be inspired. For awesome PAL merch, check out panafricanlifestyle.com/shop. Keep repping the motherland.